Hello, welcome back to Jazz Theory. We're doing more jazz today. Hooray. Today we're just going over a little bit of the chords we've been doing lately, the big 13th chord. So we're just doing 13th chord writing practice. 13th chord writing practice. That will probably be the title of the video. Now, if you find these interesting, if you find these useful, please support this channel with your likes and subscribes. You could even check me out on Patreon. That would be really cool if you did. Thank you very much. And what I want to say at the beginning of this is, if you can do these on your own, go ahead and try. And if you can't, that's okay. Try anyway. And then come back with your answers and see if we have the same answers. If you do something wrong, then you can watch and figure out where you're going. Otherwise, you are free to watch me do this and follow along as we go. We're doing 13th chord writing practice. Okay. So here we have an A13. That's super simple compared to all the other ones anyway. We're going to start with an A. I would usually start with this one because that's in the middle, but this chord is going to be super tall, so we got to kind of probably start down here to be safe. Let's go ahead and do this one. A, C, E. We got 1, 3, 5. We got our 7. We got our 9. We got our 11. We got our 13 right there. It's going to be A major. It's going to be A dominant. You just go up as you go. So this is normally a dominant. Everything's going to stay the same in key except your flat 7th, right? So in the key of A, you should have G sharp, but we're going to keep that. A sharp plus a flat equals a natural. So we're going to keep that natural. And then D is fine. I'm sorry, B is fine, D is fine, and F needs to be sharped. And there you have your chord. If I play this, I don't think I have enough room for this. So the playing today is going to be a little strange because you might not be able to. What you can do if you don't have enough space or if you don't want to use every single digit, you can do one of two things, and we'll see this later. But you can do one of two things. You can either get rid of some notes, and we'll talk about which ones are okay to get rid of, or what you can do is bunch them all together like we've seen before. You throw your A there, and then you put everything else. Maybe you can start here, but you want to put the F on top to keep that 13th sonority. So everything else, you got an E, you got a D, you got a C. E, D, C, B, and A. Oh, the A is on the bottom, of course. And then you got your G there. Maybe that will do it nicely that way. So you could do this, and you got a little bit of a cluster chord going on. So you got the G. I can play this much. Oh, the C needs to be sharped. I'm sorry. There we go. That's what's funny. A, C, G, G, B, C sharp, D, E, and F sharp. With an A on the bottom. And that would be your chord there. So you could make it work this way, right? Yeah. So this is probably our most tame example today. We're going to go on and do crazier stuff with all the sharps and flats that we've seen so much of lately. Let me go ahead and use another color just for fun. Okay, we got D flat on the bottom. I'll use this one, even though we'll get a little tall here. That should be fine. D, F, A. I just like writing all our circles first. We need, I think, one more, maybe two more circles. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13. I think that should be fine. Is that okay? 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13. Yeah, fine. We got D flat. We're making D flat major. This is going to be a dominant chord as well. No problem there. So we got D, F, A flat, C flat to make it dominant. Right? Yeah, that looks fine. And then you're going to keep everything else in key, except your 9 is going to be double flatted. Because you have normally in the key of D flat, you have that E flat, but we need to make it a flat 9. So you got to put another flat on top of that to make it another flat 9 there. In the key of D flat, we do have G flat. In the key of D flat, we do have B flat. So that should work out like that. Bead, gum, candy, fruit. B-E-A-D plus a G will work for that. Let's switch up colors again. I'll use yellow. There's no yellow on the page yet. We got our C minor 13, flat 5. C minor, so we got to go C minor 13, that makes it a minor 7. Flat 5 is going to flat that, but we have to make it all the way to 13. The cool thing is we're in the key of C, no sharps or flats. Super easy, so we got our A there, and that should do it. Just like that. Easy enough. Let's go on this color. We got B. I try to make them so they're low enough so I don't have to stack super high. Other than that, my chord qualities are kind of randomly generated. I don't roll dice or anything, but I just kind of pick them up and do what I want. Let's see. I think we need one more. Yeah. B, D sharp, F sharp. We got our major 7. So we got B, D sharp, F sharp, A sharp to make B major 7. And then we got to keep everything else in key. In the key of B, we have a C sharp. In the key of B, we do not have an E sharp, but we do have an E, but it is a flat, or I'm sorry, a sharp 11, so we got to sharp that anyway. This is our extra sharp there. Let me go ahead and do this like that. Like that. There we go. B, and then you got a G. In the key of B, you have a G sharp, so there you go. And that would be it. That's kind of cool, right? It's like sharp, 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 all the sharps, and then B right there. It's kind of a cool looking chord. Yeah, it's like, you guys all be sharp. I'm going to sit down here and not change anything. You guys do the crazy thing. I'm going to stay here. Here, we are now in bass clef. We're now in bass clef. Again, if you guys are doing this and you're like, psh, I don't like bass clef, I only play violin, or I don't like bass clef, I just want to sing in treble clef, or whatever. Whatever you're doing, especially if we get down to alto clef. If you're not using alto clef on a normal basis and you say, psh, I don't want to practice that, I don't need to practice, this is still important, right? This is still okay. The chords, the chords are the same. The notes are the same. You can still verify what you have. If you just because I have bass clef and alto clef doesn't mean you have to use it, right? Make it work for you. Yeah. If it works for you, great. If not, change it until it works for you. I'm gonna use pink here. We got D, F, A, C, E, G, and B. Yeah, kind of like that one there. We got D major 13, D major 13, D F sharp, A, C sharp. We're going to sharp our 9 in the key of D. E is natural. We need to sharp it to make it sharp 9. Like that. In the key of D, we have a G natural. In the key of D, we have a B natural. So this looks good to me. This looks fine. Okay. And again, if you don't know your notes, I mean, you can just count, right? You should. But if you're at this point in jazz theory, you should probably know your bass clef by now. So at least if you're not using it on your own, you should be able to verify, oh, I have these notes. Or at least say, well, it starts on D, and then I, like, even if you do this, you don't even know what clef you're in at this point, right? If you're doing this, you're just writing all your notes, whatever. And then you have the first one, or the first one's natural, second one's sharp. Like, you can verify this way, right? Like, they look the same. They would be the same, regardless of whatever this is. And you say, oh, well, if that's D, then that has to be F sharp. That has to be A, right? So, I mean, make it work. Just because I'm in this clef doesn't mean you have to be if you don't want to be. You can still find use with this. We got E, G, B, D, F. Sometimes I like to write my notes first. Sometimes I like to write my go chord quality at a time. Depends how busy it is down here, really. If it's really busy, I'll just get my circles out first. We got E minor. That would be the minor 7. We got a flat 5, so that's our half diminished 7. So that looks like this. E minor is already there. We got a flat our 5. We got a flat, that's already minor. Yeah, minor 7. E to D is a minor 7. That's fine. We got our 9 as natural. We don't touch it. Don't touch it. But it's got to stay in key, right? So E to F sharp. E to F sharp, because E major has F sharp. So you have to keep that in. We got our 11 is A in the key of E. A is natural, but because we're flatting our 11th here, you got to put a flat on it. And in the key of E, C is sharped, normally sharped. So there you go. That's it. Another way you could do this, you just make E major, right? E, F, or E, G, B, D, F, A, C, right? You make E major. So you got the G sharp. You got the, so what, fat cats go down, right, is the way you could do it there. So we got fat, this is one way. Fat cats go, and we got down there. The cool thing is you got to look for all of them because you're using all 7 notes, right? So you can do this. Now, you got E minor, right? E minor. So you got to change this to minor. Get rid of that. Okay. And then it's a minor 9, or minor 7 as well, so you got to get rid of that one. And then you're flatting your 11th. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11. Okay, so here's our 11th. We're going to flat it. And then here you got a flat 5. And then you're going to flat your 5. 1, 3, 5, right? So you put a flat there. You could do it this way. This is another way to build it. Notice how we get the same answer. We get the exact same answer, right? These are the same chord. And then you're just doing 2 different ways. Like, how do you add? There's always the question on, like, Facebook. Like, if you have 32 and 60... or 70, no, what's a good example? 59 or something. That probably works. What do you do in your head? And then some people are like, well, I add 2 and, you know, you do like this and you do whatever. Or people are like, well, I add this, I get 8, I get this, I add 11. So this is 80 and then I got 91, right? Like there's different ways to do the same problem. Just as long as you get the answer correctly without like looking it up or using a calculator. Like if you can do the work, then great. It doesn't matter how you get there. All roads lead to Rome. Just make sure you get to Rome, right? Because that's where we want to go. We got C. Yeah, we're in bass clef here. C. I'm going to write all our notes out. I got another way. If I write another one, this is how I can figure out when to stop. Because it's like, there's a comedian who talks about writing banana. Dimitri Martin, if you guys are familiar. He says, I don't like writing banana because I don't know when to stop. He's like, banana. And he's like, keep going. And then he's like, banana. Shoot. Right? So anyway, like how do you know how far to go? Well, if you start on C, right? And then you're going to go, and if you hit another C, then you got to stop. So you got to stop before you get back to your note. Maybe that's a better way to go about it for me anyway. Anyway, we got C major, C dominant 13. So this is going to be a dominant 7 right there. That's easy. All natural. And then you put the B flat. You got a sharp 11. Everything is natural. You got a flat 9, and there's your chord. Simple enough. C major is nice to work with. You don't have to worry about anything. If you wanted C sharp, let's just do this for fun. Because why not? Let me get pink, I guess. Something radically different. If you had C sharp 13, sharp 11, flat 9, it would be the same thing, but you just sharp everything. Everything moves parallel. So you sharp this, sharp that. This becomes natural. This becomes natural. And this becomes double sharp. And then that becomes sharp, right? That's it. That'd be it. I want to erase that just in case people are going to be watching this. They're going to be like, wait, how did he get that? What happened? If they check at the end, they're going to be like, I didn't get that answer. Let's do F. I'm running out of colors. Orange, I guess. F. F is the nice one. F, G, A, C, E, G, B, F, A, C, E, G, B, D. And if I do it again, it would be F. So we stop. So we got F minor. There's our minor. F minor looks like that. F minor 7. And then you got F, G is fine, and B is needing to be flat in the key of F. We have B flat, and then our D on top looks fine. So that's it. This is kind of a cool chord too. Look at this one. It follows like a pattern like this one, right? You got natural note, flat, natural, flat, natural, flat, natural. Kind of cool. Kind of cool. Make fun chord patterns, right? Like there's no right or wrong. It's just, that's kind of cool. And then maybe you'll remember this one better just because it's a weirdly shaped snowman, right? That's cool. Okay, we got alto clef. Wish me luck. I'm gonna go slow because I want to start on the C in the middle because that's the one I know very well. But you know that's not gonna work here because I'll be up here. Let's see. We got C. This is F if I remember correctly. So we got E, D, and we got C underneath it right there. I believe that looks fine. So we got C, E, G, B, D, F, A, and if we go one more, that would be C. So we don't do that one. We got C flat. In the key of C flat, we got C flat major. So we got C flat minor 7, flat 5. Oh my god. C flat minor 7, flat 5. Looks like this. You take your C flat, you make it minor. You got C flat minor. I think this is right. Yeah. You got to flat the 3rd and the 7th. And then you flat your 5, so it looks like that. If you don't know, like this is the easiest way. You get your C, right? C, E, G, B, right? And then so if you wanted to make minor, C minor, flat 5, right? If you just wanted this much. C minor, flat 5, all you have to do is make C minor, and then flat C minor 7, and then flat your 5, same thing. To make it C flat minor, flat 5, you just flat everything. So add a flat, everything moves parallel, and that's exactly what our answer is here, okay? Super simple. Super simple. Here we go. Wish me luck for the rest of it. We got sharp 9, that's it. The only thing that's difficult is sharp 9. Okay, so with the key of C flat, we should have, this is D, we should have D flat, but we're going to sharp that bad boy, so we're going to make it a natural. If you want, you can make your theory teachers happy and throw a natural sign on it and say, I know it's supposed to be flat, but we're going to make it natural. If you put parentheses like that, it makes it very clear that you're showing your work. It's wonderful. It's a good thing, as Martha Stewart would say. Okay, we got E major 13, flat 11. E. That's not E. I'm in bass clef. Let's see. We got C. E is right there then. That's easy enough. E, G, B, D, F, A, and C. And if we go again, that would be E. Here we go. Or that, yeah, that would be E. Yeah. Here we go. E major. We got a major 7. Looks like this. We got a flat 11. Flat 11. So 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, and then 11 is up here. That would be G, A, right? A, B, C, yeah, A. In the key of E, we have A. So that needs to be flat to get the flat 11. Good. Almost looks like this one. Instead of flat, 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 it's flat, or sharp, sharp, flat. Okay. Interesting. Look at the patterns, guys. They will make your life happier, I guess. We got D, so that's 1 down. That's good. D, F, A, C, E, G, B. And one more would be a D on top, so we're going to stop. So we got D flat minor. D flat minor. Everything is flatted. In the key of D flat, everything else is going to fit in the key of D flat. In the key of D flat, we have E flat. In the key of D flat, we have G flat, bead gum, right? B-E-A-D, gum. G, B flat. I think it looks like that. Is that right? All flat? That's kind of cool. It's normal 13, right? Let me double check this. We have D. Always double check your work, just in case, right? In the key of D flat, we got B. Oh my god, this is hard to find notes. We got B, that one. We got B, E. There we go. Oh my god. A is here. D, there. Gum is this one up here, I guess, right? Gum. Candy. No, not candy, right? But then we make it minor, and you have to flat the 3rd, you have to flat the 7th to make your go minor. So that's it. Yeah, D flat minor 13. Everything is flat. That's cool. Very cool. Very interesting. Huh. Okay. It's like in the key of C flat major, right? Everything flat. There we go. We got one more, one little chord more, and we're done. If you got it this far, good job. How are you doing? Let me know in the comments below. Are you doing okay? This is kind of a doozy, but here we go. We got on G there. I'm going to use this one, which is a little on the high side, but oh well. That's okay. Let's go back to the little blue. I like blue. G, B, D, F, A, C, E. I'm going to move this over. I don't want to kill that note or that chord labeling. G, B, D, F, A, C, and E up here. Okay. Good stuff. Here we go. G sharp. Dominant 7. So that's easy. G's are easy because they're all the same. Natural. It's the only naturally all dominant 7 one. And I'll explain 2 different ways to do this. This is going to be the hard way. Kind of the... You got like the steep but quick way and then the slow but gradual way, right? I'm doing this one right now where you just kind of brute force it all the way through. In the key of G sharp, your 9 is G, B, D, F, A. Your A is supposed to be sharp, but we're going to flat it. Again, you could do this to make your theory teachers happy. You got your 11. This is A, B, C. That's wrong, right? No, C, E, G. Yeah, that's fine. That's a C. You got your C. Your C needs to be sharped as well. We're going to sharp the sharp. You sharp the sharp, so you get a double sharp. You get a double sharp. And then finally, we've got our E in the key of G sharp should be sharped. Should be sharped. And I think that'll do it. Yeah. Another way to do this. Get rid of this. Pretend this is not here. Okay? Get rid of the sharp. Right? And then you just do this. You put G, B. Let me do this again. G, B, D, F, A, C, E. This is the easier approach maybe. You make your dominant 7. Check. That's done. Then you sharp your 11. And then in the key of G, right, you should have F sharp. So G, B, D, F. But that's flat to get down to the dominant 7, right? Everything else is normal, okay? Then you sharp your 11. Then you sharp your 11, which is here. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, and 11. Then you flat your 9. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 is here. And then all you have to do is sharp everything. And this is making me happy because I wanted to double check. So this becomes a double sharp. Then you sharp this. This becomes a natural. This becomes a sharp. This becomes a sharp. This becomes a sharp. This becomes a sharp. You just shift everything. Shift. And everything we get gets 1 sharp, and you're good to go. So these are the same answer. Again, all roads lead to Rome. Checky check. Now, we didn't talk about any of the sharp or flat 9s, or I'm sorry, 13s. We didn't alter the 13. But imagine if you had a sharp on all your 13s. This sharp would be a double sharp. If you had a flat on this 13, your flat at 13 would do that. So super simple. All you have to do is sharp this. If that's a sharp 13, this becomes a double sharp, right? Same thing here. This is a double sharp. I'm not crossing it out. That's a double sharp. Okay. If you had a flat 13, you just put another flat, right? So stuff like that. This is how you could go and make new chords. Again, do what you want. If they make sense to you and that's the way you want to label them, that's the way it is, right? We're learning it only how to make basic chords, or how to just to make the chords. We're not seeing how they relate to each other or when you use them or anything. We're just, can you, the whole test today, the whole test up to this point, can you turn this into notes? Can you turn this one into notes? Can it make sense? If you were to do like something crazy, like C triple sharp, 13 flat 11, could you do this? Like, would it make sense? And the easiest way to do that, you make your G 13, then flat your 11, and then triple sharp everything, right? Just shift everything up. I said shift everything up there. And that's how you do these. I'm not playing them because that's chaotic right now. But I recommend you guys go try this with hopefully a bigger keyboard than I have. Try to do the clustered chord. Try doing this with your stuff. Let me know how you did in the comments below, and I hope to see you next time. Like and subscribe if this was helpful. See ya.